Now, from the home of the Raiders, since 2020, we're inside the spectacular Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
Had ourselves a bit of a one-man wrecking crew out there for a minute, huh, Mike? I mean, dishing out punishment to every defender in his way. I'll tell you, the next guy who comes in one-on-one, he's going to have that run in the back of his mind.
He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. So, instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll drop to throw. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. First carry here for Kyron Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Slot receiver, headed right. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Rams are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Second down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Vegas. Give up the middle, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Rams out to the early lead. And we're back in Vegas after this. Here's third down and a few inches. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on third and inches. Thrown quickly on the RPO to Bowers. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Now Purdy. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
We're going to try to pick this up on third and 8. From the shotgun, it's Purdy.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Got his man at the 6, and he's in. Brock Bowers, touchdown Raiders. It's his third touchdown on the year. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
That's caught by Puka. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll go play action with Purdy. This is caught down that right sideline. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. Going up top. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running right. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! Drive will start on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. The motion man is Nakua. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 13. First down, L.A. Up the middle they go. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Right back to him on first down. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. Here's 2nd and 2. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Purdy works out of the pistol. Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Raider first down. From the gun, it's Purdy. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Throwing right, it's taken in. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
I'll be honest, Mike. I think everyone in this stadium, when that ball went up, you're thinking pick. Fortunately for him, there wasn't a defender in the area, and he's able to reel it in for a nice gain.
Third down. Purdy. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. Here's A.J. Cole now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Off the play fake, Purdy. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Purdy. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up. because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the RPO, it's Nakua. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. He'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Jones now on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. First and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Going for it all. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here just past the 30.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. 1st and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. On 2nd down, Purdy. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. Back to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Wisconsin.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft. But I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They bring a tight end in motion left. Play action, here's Purdy. He's got his tight end down the field, that's Njoku. No touchdown, but they are close. Gonna be 1st and goal, they've got it at the 3.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets them down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Now Purdy. Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. They send a receiver in motion left. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Raiders. Now Carlson to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders will add one more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And more of the same. Another interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. That's to the right side and incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Third and long. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down. The Raiders send their punt team out, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. On the return is Jones. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. That sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Rams. 32 yards. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Back to the air one more time. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Rams cut into the lead a little bit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Play action now. Purdy. He's going to take a shot down the field.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll get this forward to about the 33. The Raiders have their punt team out there, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll throw out of the gun. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. To the goal line and in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, L.A. That his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Rams are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's a run going left, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's Purdy. He's going to air this one out. And that's going to be incomplete. coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Third down. Purdy. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That's caught! A big-time play for Vegas. A pickup of 44 yards.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
On second down, they'll run. He's to the 10. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's second and 6. He'll drop to throw. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Rams are able to cut into the deficit. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Now he'll air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here. on second down. Heard it. Again, working deep downfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. So this one, a win for the Raiders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.